Hello gamers, it's Unwritten, and today I want to talk about the unwritten rules of Guild Wars 2. The rules where if you break them, it's kind of considered rude, but they're also not really written down anywhere. That's the rules we will be talking about in today's video, to make sure you will never accidentally be rude. I asked you on Twitter, Discord and YouTube to send me unwritten rules, and I got a lot of responses. The official Guild Wars 2 Twitter account even retweeted me. Thank you, Guild Wars 2 Twitter. I didn't really have time to write a full script because I've been really busy. God. So thank you for doing all the work for me. There's no way I can go through all of your responses in today's video, but I really appreciate every single person who replies. Let's dive in. For raids and strikes, respect the ready check and don't start the fight until everyone is ready. Yeah, don't do this. You know who you are. Ooh, I may have lured. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, I may have made a mistake. On the other hand though, if you're going into instance content, respect your teammates' time. This is kind of the flip side. If you're gonna join like a raid or something, try not to go AFK for a really long time.
Even as a support.
No, Dempsey, it's bad. Yeah, he's gonna make it right now. I'm gonna wait even longer.
I'm making it right now, as we speak.
No.
I am farming the staffs in word for word.
It's totally okay if you gotta take a bathroom break or something, but it's kind of rude if you're making people wait a really long time. If you are fully dead, not downed during a meta, respawn and return to the fight instead of waiting to be rest. I 100% agree. It takes a really long time to rest somebody that's fully dead, and if you're just running around open vault, that's usually fine. But if you're fighting a big boss, you usually don't want to spend like 20 seconds rezzing someone. So if you die during a big meta event, just waypoint and run back to the boss. Always help newbies, always. I think we're pretty good at this, to be honest. Sometimes we're even maybe a little bit too helpful. I remember when Guild Wars 2 was first coming to Steam and there were just so many people in the starter zones waiting to help the new players. I think most new players were maybe a little bit intimidated, but it was meant really well. Announce your role when you have to leave in the middle of a run. Guild Wars 2's classes are really flexible, so sometimes it can be hard for Commander to tell who left. Did the healer leave or did the DPS leave? So when you're leaving a group, it's kind of nice to say healer out or DPS out. I once heard of somebody who wrote top DPS out. That person was really humble. You always praise me, written by Palava Ignatius Joko. Praise Joko. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just keep playing the story. If someone runs up to you and starts jumping, you start jumping too. This is very true. If you don't do this, the police is showing up at your house. You will get arrested. Alright, so we're in Lion's Arch and we're gonna randomly jump and see if other people jump too. Literally the first person. When LFG asks for any role other than a DPS, you have to join as DPS and type high DPS /S. Some of you needed that /S because lots of you are doing this. Wing 4, 9 out of 10, looking for healer. High DPS. If an LFG is looking for a specific role, it's kinda rude to join as a different role instead. Many commanders look for the supports first because otherwise you just fill the whole group of DPS players and then you have to kick someone to find support, and that's just kind of uncomfortable. So if you are a DPS player, wait for your turn. Wait until the group is actually looking for DPS players. Jumping the queue is kind of rude. If the commander jumps off a cliff, the squad follows. Actually, one of my first Guild Wars 2 videos that ever got views was exactly that. Nobody knew the map in the Worlds vs. World yet, so everybody just followed the commander and we all died. Don't AFK with an active tag, commander or mentor. Tag down or turn it invisible. It just causes unnecessary confusion. I have definitely done this accidentally, but yeah, just make sure to remove your tag if you're AFK, otherwise people will run towards you thinking that something is happening. If a group says they're gonna do multiple things, actually make sure you can stick around for those things. As in, don't leave halfway through something like a fractal run or a raid clear if you can help it. Sometimes stuff happens and you gotta leave a group early, and that's totally okay. Oh no, it's on my mouse pad! No! Not now! Think! It's right over there! It's right over! It's on my mouse! Are you... Ah! But do try to avoid it when you can. Especially in fractals, it can be really difficult to find people that want to do half the dailies. So if you can help it, do try to help your team complete the whole thing. I don't know if it's a rule, but be yourself because you matter is often something I felt playing Guilders 2, because of how accepting the game, the story, the devs and the community is. But that might be too cheesy. Not too cheesy at all, I couldn't agree more. In this game, we are nice to each other. If you see someone whose fashion you think is amazing, send them a whisper to tell them. Everyone deserves that feeling of completing Fashion Wars 2 Endgame. You can really make somebody's day with this, so if you like someone's fashion, definitely let them know. You should always give a fancy infusion to them. Don't give a fancy infusion to Demzus. He's always baiting my viewers into giving him stuff. Don't give him stuff! If somebody does the slash bow emotes in Wolf v Wolf, that means they wanna 1v1 you. And 9 times out of 10, they will let you res yourself if they down you. Respect the 1v1s in Wolf v Wolf. There's actually this one specific area in the Alpine borderlands, which is kinda like the dueling area. If you see people here 1v1ing each other, they're probably dueling, so you should probably let them be. Have some honor. If someone mains an Elementalist, just assume that they are the best player in the game. I main Elementalist, so I'm okay with this. I don't know if it's still relevant, but don't pick up an Ellie's Conjures. Those are my Conjures. Don't you dare touch them. In open world, that's usually fine, but in instance content, don't you dare touch my Conjures. I am using those for DPS rotation. You have to hate Bram. I don't make the rules. Everyone's hating on Bram. Leave him alone. All he did was get drunk and then miss a bow and kick off the Ice Boot Saga. But he meant well. I am hashtag Bram gang. Some bosses you may only want to hit once, or use your one skill so that others can get a chance to hit it, tag it for loot and credit. It's always nice to do this, especially if you're doing something like guild missions where lots of people want to get the tag. If you see the blue baron, please use your CC skills. 100%.
CC
Yeah.
me. Oh, we are.
CC, my boy.
Please CC me. Please.
And if you don't know what this means, you should definitely watch my beginner guys video. Dodging is optional. Found the Necromancer main. For some of us, dodging is not optional. When making a legendary, ping the components into map chat and then the legendary after crafting. You always have to let Lion's Arch map chat know. This is like your moment of fame. This is what you worked for. You don't care about the legendary, you just care about bragging in Lion's Arch map chat. Never use normal siege blueprints in Worlds vs. Worlds. You can put siege equipment down with regular blueprints or superior blueprints, and the superior blueprints are just much superior. If you use the regular ones, you're just kinda wasting supply. Always use potion for tier 4 fractals, and for CMs always use food and utility items as well. The fractal potions and food aren't that much of a big deal usually, but when you get to the harder content like raids and tier 4 fractals, they make a big difference. Definitely use them. Don't be shy to ask for help with content. Chances are someone in your vicinity also needs to do the same thing. Super true. Also, people in this game tend to be pretty friendly, so teaming up with someone is a great way to make some new friends. And that was a bunch of unwritten rules of Guilders 2. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any thoughts, either drop them in the YouTube comments down below or share them with me on my Twitch stream. I stream at twitch.tv/Neurency 5 nights a week, and I am always down to chat. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.